So Miss Kim came out there that day, and Miss Kim had on her agenda to play a bunch of games. And we all know time is our most prized commodity, and we let the buyers view the homes free will every second.
Hey, come here, I want to show you this. I want to show you that. And I want to show you this and this and this and this.
So daughter and the boyfriend drove in one car, and Miss Kim drove in another car. So the daughter and the boyfriend, they left, and now it's just me and Miss Kim and Francis Comfort team members there. And Miss Kim was still looking and searching for nothing to try to get even a better deal. Long story short, we did let Miss Kim buy the home because she was there and she already had took up at least 2 hours of time. So buyers were showing up. However, Miss Kim, long story short, was essentially taking up all the room. Does that make sense? She was taking up all the room. We just said, okay, we're gonna let you buy the home. We told her what we expected from her, as far as because the home did have to be moved. We told her about cleaning up. We told her expectations, what we expected from her, being that she was the one that was going to be purchasing the home. She agreed, and we moved on to the next step, which is paperwork. For the paperwork, we always take a deposit for the buyer that wants to pay for the home. We always take a deposit. That deposit is on paper with terms and conditions of when are we going to close and X, Y, and Z. That was the first day. We closed the next day at the bank. This is the picture of us closing right here. After closing, let me reverse. Being that this home had real house material, I had one of our movers come out and I let him tell Miss Kim out his mouth that what was needed to be done for this home to arrive to her destination, which was moving into another park, safe and sound. I myself also told her what Shane told me, because he is the one who did the remodeling of the home, what needs to be done for that house to arrive safe and sound. You know, some people think they know everything, and you can't tell them nothing until everything hits the fan, and it ain't nothing that we can do. I also want to let you know, throughout the process of this, trying to get Miss Kim to the finish line, she wanted to tell me how to do my job. She knew my job better than I knew my job, and that's just what it was. You know, she wanted to, again, tell me how to do my job, and she knew my job better than I knew how to do my job, and she never worked in real estate a day in her life. This is the type of person that we're talking about. So she let me know. She said, my husband always tells me I have to learn the hard way. This is after I told her what Shane told me. This is after Mover telling her herself. This is after, you know, me telling her where certain identification is on the home, and she's telling me no.
No.
What the issue was, that why she thought she knew about real estate, is that she is somewhat of an assistant at a park, but not full time, and she doesn't really deal with the houses. She just more so deals with the tenants. And you give certain people an inch and they take a mile. So just fast and forward, these are all the different hurdles. So it's moving day, y'all. It's moving day. The home has to be moved. And we all know, like I told you, that the house has heavy housing material in this mobile home. One of her first mistakes is not leaning on an expert, which was me at the time. Her second mistake is she refused to listen to anything that I told her. I'm trying to help her protect her investment that she just paid for. No, that wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough. So, moving day comes, y'all. She uses the park mover that she part-time worked at. That was one of her mistakes, because that park mover is going to and has to prioritize the park houses, and they were both working on the clock while trying to move this house that has nothing to do with work. I believe when people are not honest and operating in honesty, karma has a funny way of coming to chase you down. The park mover tore this house up, and Kim allowed it. The house, because of how heavy it was, it needed to be picked up and set. You know, most houses are moved by the hitch, that tongue looking thing. This house, due to how heavy it was, the mover told her, Mr. Jackson told her, Shane told her, because I told her what Shane said, and Shane did the remodeling. So if I was her at that particular time, I would have listened. But the problem was she was trying to cut cost. The cheap route is not always the best route. So she's calling and blowing us up, talking about how the home was destroyed and was the home like this when she viewed it. That's why pictures is very important. We post pictures, we take pictures. To take videos, and I knew, she knew, everyone knew that that home was not like that when she viewed it, where she viewed it in the park. Once that man came and picked that house up and literally pulled it apart because how heavy it was, he's pulling it. When it got to her lot where she was going to put it at, you could see the floor. In the house, you can see the floor. She done cracked up the cement tile floors. The mirrors were broken up. She did not protect her investment. In the future, anyone who's dealing with a home like this, even if a mobile home does not have housing material in it, you still want to go in if it has to be moved. You and your family members, your handymans, whoever you can get your hands on to help you protect your investment, I would recommend you take out the ovens, the refrigerators. This is even if it's a mobile home material in it. Take out, if you can, the cabinets, if you're handy, because you can put that back up. Or if you keep the cabinets in there, take the cabinets. Do whatever you can to make the house as light as possible. That way when it gets to where it's going, you don't have cracked up walls. You don't have just certain things that's, you just didn't protect your investment. So that's the lesson for today, along with the success story, is to protect your investment. After the moving fiasco happened, Miss Kim and her mover did not clean up the lot where the home was. She left a bunch of trash. She left the deck in pieces in the lot. And this is all the things that I expressed to her. Please clear after yourself. Make sure that you take the deck with you, because she asked, because she had the deck. The deck was not a part of the house. Things that are not part of the house, if you can transport it, Francis Comfort has no problem with you taking it. You have to clean up your mess though, because if you're not gonna take it, either ourselves or the seller will clean it up and make sure that it is disposed of properly. She argued me to have that deck. Oh, they don't want that deck and da 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 da. She cut the deck off, but she left it. Mr. Hernandez and the Hernandez family did not want any more issues with the park owner. So once they went by after the mobile home was moved, they cleaned it up so that they did not have a fine. Miss Kim had a problem with that. Why they take the deck? She's the one that cut the deck. If she took the deck when she took the mobile home, they would not have any opportunity to dispose of the deck. Again, they were just trying to alleviate any fines. And Jasmine, again, is the one that is doing all the facilitating, all the middleman communicating for her family. Jasmine expressed to me that her parents don't like dealing with authorities, and I think that was a tactic that Miss Kim was trying to use against the Hernandez family. She was calling Jasmine. One thing that we always do after the home is sold and preparing to be moved, we always connect the seller with the buyer. And that is only for communicating purposes of them, the buyer coming onto the seller's property. So that is why they had each other's number to communicate. Hey, the home is gone. Hey, any questions? That I always do that at the end of the sale. That is so that they can communicate. I don't do that anytime before. So I'm telling you that because Miss Kim started blowing up Jasmine's phone. Talking about she was calling the police, she was getting the magistrate involved. And thankfully, Francis Comfort, we have our paperwork and our paperwork and our paperwork and our paperwork on deck. Because you just never know who you're dealing with, and you gotta have your paperwork on your paperwork on your paperwork with your attorneys and things on deck, because people are out here. They need something. If you don't give it to them for nothing, they will do anything to try to destroy you and what you have going on, and anybody that can come in between it and it can take you down, they will try to do so. So Jasmine was calling me, letting me know that the manager said she was going to call us, and I had no problem with doing so because I know we did right by Miss Kim, and because that she did not listen, she didn't want to take accountability for what she had done and caused, because she had to explain that to her daughter. Her daughter's boyfriend was so excited. They were getting their first home. They were planning to have a baby. And it all went down the drain. Not because us, not because the Hernandez family, because their mother did not listen. So I would consider this a success story with some hurdles. But it was definitely a success story because we helped out in a crisis of affordable housing again. Her daughter, this was her first home, and she was excited, and I was excited for them. The Hernandez family got out of this thing with no foul play, and they were excited that they didn't have to no longer deal with the park manager, and the daughter was excited that we was able to assist them with everything. She was just so excited because, again, she's a young adult. She's just trying to help her parents, and she's just in this by default. You know, she didn't live in a house. She didn't live with her parents. She was just the communicator for her parents. And that's one thing that she let me know, that she said she is forcing her parents to learn English because they are in America and they need to know how to speak English for themselves. And I thought that was very interesting that she said that, because I have never heard any other family that we work with. And I've just never, you know, we're just so used to seeing the translator for them that's in their family. And Jasmine let me know that she felt like it was not okay for her parents not to know English. And that was just so interesting to me. So I'm gonna wrap up today's video right here. This was one for the books, guys. It was a lot. If you are one that want to learn and operate in real estate, You're going to have success stories. They're success stories because you got the job done. But it comes with some fight. You have to have some fight, and you got to be willing to stand in the fire for your clients and stand behind what you believe in and keep pushing affordable housing and keep pushing your mission and getting the job done. And don't give in to these people, because these people are trying their best to get something for nothing. And you have other clients that out here that are, I'm not going to say are easier to deal with, because nothing is easy, but you have clients out here that is in need. And if you need to skip over one that's giving you a headache, that's in real estate, that's not in real estate, that's with people in general, there is another person out there waiting for you to bring them solutions, period. So I'm done talking for today. I feel like I've talked a lot because I really wanted to make this story clear. And I'm going to wrap up today's video right here. If you found any part of this video valuable, make sure to share this video or this video to anyone looking for home solutions. Recommend Francis Comfort. We will get the job done for you and your family members. And I'll see you guys on the next one.